Thanks for downloading another segment from the Best of the Classic Metal Show. The Classic Metal Show is heard live on Saturdays from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, exclusively at www.theclassicmetalshow.com. And now here's another piece of Classic Metal Show history on the Best of the Classic Metal Show.
The Classic Metal Show.
All right, it's the Classic Metal Show right here on theclassicmetalshow.com, and that, of course, is Edguy, brand new stuff there from their new live release. And on the phone right now, I can't believe it, but there's still more guys we have not had on the show, including this guy, Felix of Edguy. Felix, how you doing, man?
Hello, I'm great, thank you.
Excellent. Well, Felix, we've had just about everybody else in your band on the show, so I guess I'll start by saying welcome to the club.
Oh, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here finally.
Sure. Well, Felix, obviously, man, Edguy, you guys never stop working, it seems. It seems like every 8-10 months or something, there's a new DVD, there's a new CD, there's maybe a side project going on from one of the guys. It seems like you guys are always busy. Is there that much creative, energy within all of you guys?
I guess so. I mean, I think we would get bored if we don't do anything. So that's why we're constantly touring or producing stuff. And, lucky for us, of course, Toby is very energetic and enthusiastic, and he seems to have so many great and new ideas. I mean, even besides that guy, I guess he has his side project Avantasia and is working with that as well. I have no idea how he does it. I'm sure he doesn't take drugs, but I mean, he's a singer and songwriter, so all these guys are at least a little bit crazy.
Sure.
Not as crazy as drummers, but close enough.
Sure, man. Well, listening to Edguy releases through the years, and this probably relates mostly to you as the drummer, the thing that I notice most about the band is that you guys never really seem to find, like, a niche sound, so to speak, where it's almost like an AC/DC, where every record you kind of know what you're getting. I mean, you can go from Edguy release to Edguy release, and there's differences not only in, song structure, but different speeds and different tunings and different everything. With you as the drummer, does that make it more interesting or more difficult, knowing that every time you come into a project, you really don't know what you're coming into?
Well, of course, it's, I love it. It's, as long as there's more variety in the songs and in the music, of course, that sometimes is a challenge, but, I think challenges are good. And, I just think it's great that we, at least try to have so many different styles and so many different, angles where we try to find new stuff and new ideas and implement them into the songs. So of course that's really great. And but it's more for the band or inside the band a more natural, some sort of evolution. We don't come into the rehearsal room or into a studio and have a fixed plan how the next record must sound, because usually we collect ideas and we just try them out, and then sometimes we end up with a song and sometimes not. But it's of course it's great fun because you can try and mix certain parts from different people. I mean, different ideas, because everybody can bring in something. So this is very interesting, of course. And over the years, the whole band, I think I can say everybody got a little better, and so after 10 or 11 years playing together as a band, you of course get to know the other musicians better and better, so you almost know what to expect, so that also makes it easier to play together.
Sure. Now, interestingly, always with Edguy is that outside looking in, it almost seems like you guys never really take yourselves too seriously. I mean, certainly the music is solid enough, and you might go through 7 tracks or so, and then you have kind of a goofy song that'll be thrown in, or a goofy title to a song or something. It just seems like you guys are still having fun with it, and it really hasn't turned into the business of Edguy. Is that close?
Yeah, that's very close. I mean, of course, this is our profession. We love playing music, and this is what we do. I mean, we don't have any other jobs, and fortunately, we can afford that. Well, but on the other hand, for us, everything about the band and the whole, well, touring and being in the studio and, well, being together actually is all about fun. And I think that you can see that on stage when we're playing. I mean, it's not like I don't know, it's nothing fake like a Manowar show or something like that, where it's us, it's Edguy, it's really it's fun, it's all about the music, and sometimes Toby talks a little too much, but this is okay because then I have a break and can, I don't know, drink something, go for more drinks. And most of the stuff we do on stage, especially, well, all the things in between the songs is really spontaneous. I mean, there's nothing planned, or, well, nothing really planned. And if we plan things, then usually one of us forgets it during the show. So, there's always, it's just it's some sort of organized chaos on stage.
Sure. Now the new release, "Fucking with Fire," is a live thing, and it's not the first time that you guys have hit the live circuit with a release. You also did the "Burnin' Down the Opera" release. What made you guys decide to go live this time, and what is different about this recording versus the "Burnin' Down the Opera" session?
Well, we tried. Finally, we actually managed to release the whole concert on a DVD. The "Burning Down the Opera" was never. I think we don't even have any video footage from that. It's really only an audio CD.
Okay.
And this was the first one. I think it was the Mandrake tour, and so it was just, well, supposed to be an audio CD only, and it was our first try to really, because at that time we thought we might be ready to try and release a live record, and I think it's I still like it, and then a couple of, I think 2 or 3 years ago, we recorded the show in Sao Paulo. But it was actually for the second time, because during the Hellfire Club tour, we recorded our first show in Sao Paulo as well. And, this show was supposed to be released on DVD, but unfortunately we had a lot of, technical difficulties afterwards. I don't know exactly what happened, but in the end we could only use 3 songs, and the rest was, just garbage, because nothing worked together. The sound with the picture, and then parts were missing completely. Right. So sometimes you only had video, then you only had sound. It was really weird. But we always wanted to have our own, Edguy live DVD with the whole show and the band history, and so to include some funny stuff, of course. And then we just recorded in Sao Paulo again, and luckily this time everything was almost perfect.
Sure.
and we finally made the whole DVD. But I think in the making of part, it also said that we had to start the concert. Well, after the first 2 songs, we had to start all over again. Because the director told us after 2 songs, he suddenly came onto the stage and told us, could you wait, please? I'm very sorry, but we didn't record the first half of the first song. So you just have to, just go off stage, and then you pretend like you just started the show. And this was very weird. Yeah. I mean, but I think it worked.
Did the fans play along?
Yes, they did. Of course, they were laughing like hell. I mean, they couldn't believe that this actually happened. I think at first they thought that this was some sort of practical joke that we were playing with them or on them. But it was really true. The first half of the first song wasn't on tape. So, but this was a really, really strange experience. I mean, after you started the show, you played 2 songs, and then suddenly you are ripped out of the whole live show thing, and you have to start all over again.
Right.
And this was very, it was strange, and of course more work. But it worked out, and I think in the end the result is still very, very good.
Absolutely, man. Now, one of the interesting things that I always see outsider looking in is I see that Edguy outside of the United States is a very big band. I mean, you guys are one of the larger power metal bands out there. But then you come to the U.S. I mean, you've been here a couple of times, and and you're almost starting out like a brand new band. You're working the clubs and whatnot. Is that frustrating for you guys as a band that pretty regularly plays in front of thousands of people to come and play a club show?
No. I mean, I wouldn't say it's definitely not frustrating. I mean, it's a whole different, experience, of course. I mean, like you said, of course, in Europe or South America, we're playing bigger venues in front of more people, but we knew and we know that, America is, of course, it's a huge country.
Right.
And unfortunately for bands like us with this sort of music, it seems to be pretty hard to actually reach the people. But but on the other hand, I don't really understand this, because it's the similar thing in Germany. I mean, if you look at Germany, here, for example, we don't get any airplay on the radio, or we are not on MTV or any other music channel. But somehow, I don't know, probably here everything works through magazines and, of course, the internet. And I think since we can do so much more through the internet, that I have the feeling that that we can reach more and more people in the United States as well. So so we're always looking forward to play in the U.S. and from what I can tell, I think every time we're returning, there seem to be more and more people. So that, I don't know, the people in the audience who liked it tell their friends, and they get some other friends, and we just have to work on this constantly, I think.
Sure. Now,
what would be great, of course, is we did the last tour or their last Germany tour here with Aerosmith. I think this would be great if we could support them in the U.S. I don't see that happening, but I think it would be great for them.
Sure, absolutely. Well, let me ask you this, man. Obviously, it's no secret that the Avantasia project for Toby has really taken off. Does that leave you guys wondering, if he will eventually leave the band, or are you guys pretty secure that it is what it is, being a side project?
We're pretty secure. I mean, Edguy is his band, as well as Avantasia. I mean, but of course he has more, let's call it freedom in Avantasia, because there he is simply the boss. He has control over everything, and and he can live out his own fantasy without any of the other guys telling him or bothering him with our ideas. I think that's what he likes in Avantasia. But we're not really scared that he might leave Edguy and only do Avantasia. I was more involved last year in Avantasia because I played the whole world tour with him. Okay. This was, it wasn't planned. A friend of his was supposed to play it, but then, for some reasons, suddenly, this guy was not available anymore. And then, he asked me, and I had 2 days to learn all the songs.
Oh, wow.
It worked, and it was a great experience. But I think it wouldn't be, or it would not be realistic not realistic for him even to decide to make Avantasia his main band and leave Edguy, or say that Edguy, that now Edguy is only a side project, because Avantasia there's much more work involved, because he has so many guest musicians, so many other singers, and there are just too many people. And I don't think he only wants to make CDs. He wants to be on tour and play for people, because I think that's one of the main reasons why Toby is doing all this music as well as the rest of us. So I don't think that Toby is going to leave Edguy.
Excellent, man. Well, so speaking of Edguy, what is next for Edguy? When can we expect a new record, or are you guys writing yet, or are you guys just kind of in limbo right now?
I think Toby told me he has some new song ideas, and I think we will start after we return from the US. So in October or in November latest, I think we will start working on new songs. And then, sometime early next year, we might hit the studio again and record a new CD. But fortunately for us, there's no pressure from the record company or from anybody else, so we can take our time. And so I cannot say right now when you can really expect the new CD. I just know we will start working on it this year, and then. I don't know. I can't make any promises. Right. So maybe next year or the beginning, or maybe early in 2 years, we might release the next CD.
Excellent.
But, I really have no idea.
No problem, man.
We just have to work.
Right, exactly. Well, all right, Felix. Well, before I let you go, man, am I missing anything that you want people to know?
Well, of course, come to our shows in the U.S. I mean, we are looking forward to it. And, this will be fun. I mean, don't miss out Edguy.
Excellent.
Just come see us. We're very nice, very funny, very thirsty.
And heavy on the thirsty.
Oh, yes. Always.
Very good. Well, Felix, before I let you go, I got to ask you what's known as the traditional classic metal show question. We ask everybody this one, and you may have an answer, you may not. How has Lemmy from Motorhead influenced your career?
In absolutely no way.
Okay.
I mean, for me personally, I must say. No.
Not at all.
I just guess I was never a big fan of Motorhead. I mean, it's not that I don't like them. It just never happened, that I was listening so much to Motorhead. And, so no influence there.
All right, fair enough. Well, Felix, before I let you go, as a tradition on the show, we always let the guests pick a closing track. So what would you like us to close the interview with? And maybe tell us a quick story about the song.
Well, I'd say, I think I might want to pick an Edguy song, of course.
Okay.
Again, but this time from the Hellfire Club album, I think. And I would like Fucking with Fire, yes. I think because this is a song that represents the band and especially the singer best. It's like the motto of the band.
Okay.
More or less.
Well, let's check it out right here. It is the dangerous band known as Edguy, right here on your Classic Metal Show.
Thanks for checking out the Best of the Classic Metal Show. You can tune into the Classic Metal Show live every Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, exclusively at www.theclassicmetalshow.com.
Classic Metal Show.